Are you happy with the package announced?
Yeah, we think that the state government has got on the front foot with this and got a package out to businesses that will help to keep those small businesses afloat. The key for us is getting money flowing quickly to those businesses. Some of them are already really suffering. Some of those businesses, and like the CBD of Sydney, for example, were only just hanging on by a thread as the CBD was starting to come back. So getting this money into the hands of businesses quickly will hopefully help to keep them afloat and prosper once we come out of this lockdown.
Has there been any indication from the state government when the money will actually be received by the businesses?
Yeah, so they're going to be taking applications by the middle of next month. I think it was the 19th of July, they said. They're going to be doing that through that Service New South Wales platform that has been successful with the Dine and Discover. And we use that for everything really here in New South Wales. So I think that they will have the right systems and platforms to be able to process those applications quickly and get that money into the hands of businesses very fast. What we saw when this happened in Northern Beaches is quite a time lag. We saw a 3 or 4 month time lag. And all of our research shows that during a lockdown, what businesses need is cash flow. And so we're very hopeful that the money will start flowing by next month.
Would you like to see the federal government itself have a more of a clear outline on how it plans to shift the country away from restrictions, particularly from a business perspective? Is there a frustration now that there hasn't been a clear plan?
Yes, I think that's right. I mean, so much of this relies on borders, and so much of the borders equation relies on vaccination. So we would like to see more of a clear roadmap from the government on that. It's very critical, I think, that we get people more actively involved in the vaccination program, no matter what vaccine they have. We should be really encouraging people to get on with it. You can see when we line up against other countries that we are lagging a long way behind in vaccinations. We do have supply of particular vaccines that have been safely used around the world, and we would like to see that roadmap for government. What we've seen with some businesses that have been impacted by the border shutdown, those attractions and the ones that rely on international tourists, is that this lockdown has been a real hammer blow for them because they were going to use that 2-week school holiday peak period to finally make some money and bring some business in the door. And now that's been taken away. It's going to be a very difficult time going forward. So I think anything the federal government can do to give us some sort of roadmap would be very helpful.
Yeah, and you mentioned Australia is now last in the OECD nations for its vaccine rollout. There has been some calls for businesses to open their doors to be used as vaccination centres. Is that something that you would support?
Yes, it is. I'd support anything that helps the vaccines and helps vaccinations. I think that, again, we have supply. Around the world, the AstraZeneca vaccine has been used to great effect. Many millions of people in the UK have had it, and these countries are now emerging from lockdown. We see them going to events, opening their borders, and we are behind. And what that will cause, it will cause us to start to miss out on good opportunities and economic opportunities for Australia. International students simply will go and study elsewhere. Highly skilled people that we need to deliver on our infrastructure program will go and work elsewhere. We will miss an opportunity if we don't get cracking on this.
Yep, a long road to recovery. Daniel Hunter, thank you for joining us this morning.
Great, thanks for having me.